having a community like Goodwill really uplifts your overall being. My family doesn't really support me like that. They know I have an illness, but they don't really support me. But I had the art to help me go through some of my circumstances. What was happening in my life at the time, I was in a shelter. I had to deal with being around people who had substance abuse, violent people. So I kept to myself. And that's one of the things that art helped me to develop is patience. My first experience with Goodwill was a good one. At the time, I had difficulty finding housing, and they really helped me find housing. I remember the first day I came to this new home, and they showed me the apartment, and they were telling me, okay, it's yours. So I was so happy and relieved that I had a support system that helped me to get to where I want to be.
Here at Goodwill, our programs are really trying to help people become employed, especially people with mental illness. They learn how to be in the workforce. They learn the skills necessary to keep a job or to get a job and to maintain it for that short period. We're also teaching them, how to interview and how to do their resume and how to send a cover letter.
Coming to Goodwill, I was at a depressed state as usual. I didn't know that I could get a job because of my illness. But sometimes I can blame others other than myself.
I remember Kegan coming through the door with a big smile. He said, I want to work. I want to work. I need to work. Work is part of my life.
So the beginning process of me getting a job was putting my name on the board, several positions of messenger work. I walked in one day and they said, hey, Kegan, we have a job for you. And I was so happy.
He was here and I looked at Kegan and I said, wow, that's Kegan? You look awesome. And he was like, I know, work does this for me.
As they say, confidence is the key to success. Goodwill has gained me so much confidence that I can actually put on paper that I'm disabled. One day I was drawing and one of the staff came to me and was curious about what I was drawing. And they were so excited and they said,
wow, that's really nice. And, I said, this is really good stuff. And I said, why don't you submit it to an Israeli clubhouse? Because I know that they're having a competition and they're selecting artwork. And I think that you might have a chance.
I immediately went to the store and grabbed some canvas and I began drawing again.
An organization in Jerusalem chose Kegan's painting for an exhibit. And because of that, we decided to go into fundraising mode and raise the funds for Kegan to go to Jerusalem to do his presentation along with a staff member.
Oh, we got some good news. They wouldn't tell me what it is. I said, what's the good news? Oh, you're going to Israel. I was so happy.
I hadn't seen his work. I hadn't known to what extent his artistic abilities. And I didn't see it until after they won. And I was completely blown away by the work. Unfortunately, because of COVID, things were canceled and, it's been put on hold. Otherwise, we would have been in Jerusalem in August. COVID has significantly affected our community. It goes back to the fact that mental illness in itself is a very lonely experience and people become withdrawn, people isolate. And so right now in the midst of this pandemic, when the safe thing to do is to isolate, that is not healthy for our folks that we work with.
The COVID hit, and now Kegan was part of 30 million Americans that lost their jobs during COVID.
And so what we've had to do during the pandemic is really offer services remotely and try as best as we can to bring all of those things to folks over the phone or over Zoom.
A lot of people are losing their job and due to COVID, and I happen to have a job. So I'm very lucky, very fortunate that Goodwill is by my side and helping me throughout the whole process.
I like to think that Goodwill has helped him to explore his talents, meet his goals, recover with his talents along with his employment. When you employ people with disabilities, it just speaks magnitudes of what Goodwill has done and how they've cemented their footprint.
My dream for my life is to be known for my artwork and my music and my arias that I do. And the arias reflect on the artwork. So it's all connected, like in the Italian Renaissance. I really wanted to be noticed for my art in all forms.